Hello everyone and welcome to behind the scenes video of Battle of the Programs episode 1. So I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what exactly went into the episode as well as analyze the file of the first episode. So right now I have the file open in Blender, and yes, the first episode was animated in Blender. And so right now over here you can see I have Blender opened up, and shut up, man. And so right here I have Blender opened up, and as you can see, this was the first scene that I animated. And as you can see, you watch I'm just going to assume that you watched the episode, so you already know how this goes. Now this scene was actually really simple. I just screenshotted some stuff from my computer screen and just brought them in over here, imported them as plain. There is an add-on that you have to enable for that, and then I recorded my screen and then clipped off the extra bit to get this Python window, and just clipped off the extra bit from the movie file. And so like that I got this Python video, and yes, I actually coded the Python to show all this stuff. Then after that, it was almost done. I just needed the awesome startup thing. So what I did is that I actually made some so I made a circle. I added a gluey material to it, just added some emission, enabled the what's it called, the bloom, and just yeah, that was it actually. So, and then I actually just animated the offset, like the direct offset and some properties, I think. Yeah, the material property. I edited the brightness. So right here, one circle comes up, and there is an array modifier, I think, that multiplies it. And basically after that, it wasn't really that hard. I just multiplied it and had it form a circle. At this point, I stopped animating extra circles and just increase the brightness. And as you can see, it just fades to white. Now of course, I think it's possible. I Yeah, so it just fades to white simply. Then let's go to the next scene, which is I think before the intro. And this scene was also really similar and really simple. I just made the thing curve big smaller, and I basically just binded everything to the curve. It was really simple and really I think it wasn't this was really bad. I think I would have changed it, or I feel like I should have just cut this out of the episode. By the way, there was a lot of problems when it came to the creation of the first episode. I could remember my area where I live was hit by a freaking storm, by a cyclone, and so the electricity was gone for 1 week, so I couldn't animate for 1 week. So yeah, that the storm definitely delayed the project by 1 week, but in the end I was able to get it done, and I animated this shit. It's this part is not, I'm not really proud of this part. It's actually, I would have cut it from the episode. But I kept it, I guess. Then we'll go to scene 2 after the intro. And this was the first lip sync that I did. And as you can see, the initial lip sync in this part is not very good. I think if I just so if I just move along, so as you can see, the lip sync is actually really simple. And so in case you're wondering how I animate the lip sync, it's really simple. My rigs, this is an outdated rig, by the way. all these rigs are outdated. As of making this video, I've replaced them with a new rig which I've created. So these rigs are kind of crap by now. I've replaced them, but hopefully I can like get stuff going, like get things going proper now. But okay, so just letting you know. Now over here, if I just I just went into pose mode for the blender over here. Now on the bone tab, you can see this property called frame. I can change it to like change the mouth face. That's basically how I animated this whole lip sync part. And it's and initially the lip sync was like really simple. I didn't really do much. I just changed the frame number, and that was really it. So the lip sync was kind of crap in the start, and I didn't have much experience animating lip sync and stuff. So that's why this part like turned out really crappy. I'm just gonna blaze through really fast right now over here, and as you can see, actually you see this character, Advent, is like moving up and down, bobbing up and down. So what I did is that I went into his this main bone, and I added one keyframe, and as you can see the value keeps changing. So what I did was that I added a modifier to his up and down motion that uses a sine function to move him up and down. So that's basically what I did. And as you can see, it was like this wasn't like really awesome stuff. Mostly I just I was on a really, I was like rushing really hard. I think the writing was also rushed really badly. That's why the first episode turned out so bad. And originally I wasn't even going to make this series. I like decided to make this series at the last second. I was going to make another series, but I decided to make this instead so that I could get some practice and get some experience and get a good team around me. So as you can see, I have just animated this shit over here. This I think this part over here where Audacity asked a question, like I had a question about, I think, yeah, this is a inanimate insanity reference. So if you guys didn't get it, yeah, whatever. But this was a inanimate insanity reference right here. It is a reference to Paintbrush's question. Also, recycle bin is responsible for a lot of fourth wall breaks over here. I was like I was like writing very shit, and this writing was mostly rushed on this episode. So I like didn't have a proper direction and stuff, and that's why this episode turned out so crap. Yeah, this is the most shit part. Okay, this is the most shit part. If you watch the episode, you must have seen how like OBS comes at the top of the screen over here. Look, he's just floating in midair, upside down. Also, I like did it on purpose. I like put him over here on this part of the screen so that you can't see his mouth, and so I don't have to animate lip sync for him. I just put him there because I didn't want to animate lip sync for him. That was like the most dumb shit I ever did while animating this episode. Yeah, this part might have freaked you out a bit. Yeah, I think that is a I think I like update this animation was made in 1.8, I think, and I updated to Blender 1.9, which is much better, by the way. And so my rigs were like really crappy and not proper, so this part has gotten a bit messed up due to the update. But it doesn't matter, I've like replaced these crappy rigs now, so I don't care anymore. And over here I think my lip sync starts getting better, and I guess start to get faster at animating lip sync. Also, I added a glow modifier over here to make it glow a little bit, and I just animated more shit, and there we go. That's the end of scene 2. And the last scene, which is scene 3, I think. So like this, oh yeah, this crap creepy stuff happening over here, don't look at that. I fixed it on the next frame. So if you like look at the blend file on frame 0, it's like really weird, and it fixes itself self on, I think, frame, wait, which frame it was? Frame 3, no, frame 4. So yeah, that's some creepy stuff going on that side. And I like animated this. The part of this animation that I really like was was um, uh, was when Inkscape like says actually Blender asked, and then Recycle Bin turns around. This movement right here, if you can see it, like him turning around like this, yeah, like the squash. I used the squash bone, and then this movement was like really, I felt it was really awesome. Obviously it's not the biggest thing in the world, but I really liked this part a lot. And that minute detail of just him like uh, just getting squished and then stretched on the x-axis, like this, this movement right here, how like he blinks as he looks to the side. This movement I really liked. And yeah, and one more thing, this character OBS, animating lip sync for him was the easiest. I just bake sound to f curves on the z axis of one of his talking bone, and that like makes it really easy to animate lip sync for him. I don't even have to animate lip sync. I just bake the sound file into the z axis of his mouth, or his mouth movement. So yeah, that's how I animated him, by the way. I didn't even have to animate. Yeah, this over here, like in the scene 3, you can really see the my lip sync skills to improve. Like scene 2, my lip sync was not good and I had to redo some of the animations. But scene 3, like I start getting a lot faster and a lot better with my lip sync skills. So that was a really good thing about animating the first episode by myself. uh, Also, there is this end thing. Also, I want to thank everyone who worked with me and voiced all the characters. I want to thank Hexagon and Herdzo. Herdzo and Hexagons are the two, I think, the two best voice actors I have right now. So they are like really good. Also, I think Rebecca is now voicing in Audacity for the second episode, by the way. She's also really good at voice acting. So with that said, let's just move here. For the first episode, I voiced Audacity myself. Second episode, Rebecca is voicing. And every episode the voice actor for Audacity changes, so that's a fact, and after this, here the episode ends. And this is basically all the thing that went into the first episode. It took a long time, and I have to say it took a lot of time to animate, but in the end it was okay. I guess the end result was okay. It was not the greatest thing, but it was kind of fine-ish episode. So there you go. Thanks for watching this behind the scenes, and I will see you next time.